So look, y'all. I was trying to be nice and not curse, right? Right. But I was told that I showed no fucking emotions and that I was reading. And yes, I was reading and I still am reading the words that I wrote so that I can be as professional as possible in my delivery. But since you want them, you got them. Here goes. And I'll just start by saying this. I apologize before I start because after holding so fucking much in for so damn long, a lot of cussing tends to happen when I open my mouth. But I'll try to contain as much as possible. Anywho, hey y'all, it's Nadia, and yes, I'm back again. This is week 2, Silence as Survival. I got 10 more to go. And on Monday, we talked about what goes on in this house stays in this house. On Tuesday, we talked about Don't Tell, and that is the clean version. The real version is Don't You Tell My Motherfucking Business. And today we're talking about something that shaped a lot of us growing up as well, and that is don't cry. Don't fucking cry because it's a sign of weakness. Some of us grew up in environments where crying wasn't encouraged or even allowed. It wasn't necessarily said kindly. It wasn't always gentle either. Sometimes it was, shut the fuck up. Stop that fucking crying. Shut that shit up. You're too fucking sensitive. Toughen the fuck up. Stop that fucking cry before I give you something to cry for. Like you ain't just whipped my ass a few minutes ago. Stop playing, you already gave it to me. The message underneath all of that, crying equals weakness. So when you learn very quickly that showing emotions isn't safe, that vulnerability isn't rewarded, that tears are inconvenient. And when you're a child, you don't question that shit. You just adapt and keep it fucking moving. When crying isn't welcome, you don't stop feeling. Hell no, you don't. You just start suppressing shit. You learn to swallow tears. You learn to blink them the fuck back. You learn to excuse yourself. And you learn to hold that shit to fucking together. You start practicing emotional control before you even understand your emotions. And if you're praised for being strong, for not reacting, for not breaking down, you internalize that shit too. Strength becomes your identity, whether you want it or not. So here's the trick. The tricky part. When you're the one who handles it well, people admire you. They say, oh, you're mature. They say, you're resilient. Oh, and my favorite, damn, you strong. And you start to lean on that shit. Because strength gets approval. Strength gets validation. Shit, strength gets respect. So you become the strong one, the calm one, the composed one, the one who doesn't fall apart, even when you need to. But strength without emotional release has fucking consequences. When you never cry, when you never express sadness, when you never allow yourself to break down, the emotions don't disappear. They just go inward. They settle in your body. They sit in your chest. They show up as tension, as anxiety, as hyper independence, as emotional distance. And over time, you don't even realize how much you're fucking holding. Because holding that shit in feels normal. Take it from me. One thing I've realized in therapy is this: when crying isn't safe in childhood, you grow into an adult who guards emotions carefully and like a dog. I didn't realize that this rule will follow me into adulthood, even into grief. You don't cry easily in front of people. You don't show disappointment openly. You don't reveal hurt quickly. You process privately. You keep your composure. You maintain control because control feels safer than emotional exposure all day. And even in relationships, you might shut down instead of break down. You might go quiet instead of cry. You might detach instead of express. Not because you don't care, no, but because somewhere deep down, you learned that visible emotion was dangerous. You can't let them see you weak. Stop playing. And here's the part that hurts hard. When crying isn't safe, numbness becomes strength. You stop reacting strongly. You stop expressing fully. You stop letting things move through you. You just absorb shit. And from the outside, you look stable. But internally, you might feel disconnected because when you shut down sadness, you often shut down softness too. And when softness feels unsafe, you stay guarded all day, every day, 24/7, 365, bitch. Now, as an adult, I'm learning something new. Crying is not weakness, emotion is not instability, vulnerability is not danger. It's human, it's release, it's processing, it's honesty. And learning to cry, learning to feel fully after years of suppression is uncomfortable as fuck at first, but it's necessary because strength isn't the absence of emotion. Real strength is being able to feel without losing yourself. Still learning, but I'm a work in progress. And if you were raised where crying wasn't safe, you might have become strong early, real early, composed early, guarded early. But you're allowed to expand now. You're allowed to feel fully. You're allowed to express safely. You're allowed to soften. When crying isn't safe, numbness becomes strength. But healing teaches you how to feel again. If any part of this resonates with you, stay with me. We're unpacking the patterns many of us learned growing up. Tomorrow, we're talking about another rule. Another rule a lot of us grew up learning, and that is don't need. And by don't need, I mean don't ask for shit. Don't ask nobody to help you. But again, stay with me. Come on back in this thing tomorrow when we catch up on episode 10. Yeah, week 2, episode 10 tomorrow. Holla at your girl.